They killed Dr. Sabi. He was teaching health. I fuck with Rick Ross because he teaching wealth. Dropped out of school. I'ma teach myself. Made my first million on my own. I don't need your help. All black Tom Ford. It's a special evening. City council meeting. They got Hustle speaking. $1 billion project about to crack the cement. So one of our investments has become strategic. Hey, what's the deal, baby? What's up? What's up, baby? What is the word? Tell me something good. Hey, that Nip coming through. Nip coming through. Hey, it go down. Yeah, we got to talk about Satan, the devil in 2025 and beyond. I don't need your help. It go down. Got to talk about it because this energy is prevalent and it's here right now. And I want to make sure that the family understands what this Satan energy is, what this devil energy is, and how you can utilize it for your own power. I'm gonna play some Bobby clips to prove it, and I'm gonna just give you a deeper understanding of what kind of time we're going into with this 2025 thing. Because as y'all see already, Trump is showing naked ass, baby. And that's what we talk about. Chaos in the blood all the way through. Let's get it. Hey, and look, you know what I'm saying? You either got to get with it, get with the energy, or move around and just die off. It's a new time. It's a new golden age energy that has encapsulated America. And either you're going to be one of these doomsday people that's just waiting for it to all collapse, or you're going to understand what the energy is actually speaking to you. See, there got to be a point in time when niggas get off that doomsday shit. That whole David Icke and Alex Jones shit, that shit is dead. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just switch your mind over and just say, nah, you know what? Fuck it. I was on that back then. Now, you know what? I'm just going to thrive in this shit. Niggas would rather see the dooms come instead of just living out this thing and understanding what the alchemical process is actually showing you. So yeah, family, hey, I'm excited about this bill because this is one of those, this is one of those, this is one of those. Satan, get behind me. Satan, get behind me. You didn't come down here to die. You came down here to live, then die. Dream wise. You didn't come down here to die, to work and die, to just observe and die. You came down here to live, then die. Dream wise. That word live is a big word for people to understand in this specific time in this 2025 and beyond. Live, live, live. So when we're talking about the devil, we're talking about evil. And when we talk about evil, evil backwards is live. Uh-oh. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I can't make it up. I'm just telling you what it is. It's in the word. Devil, evil, live. See, they tricked you into believing that the idea of living is ungodly, right? The moralism of the Christianity and the religious sect is not letting you live. And you still might have religious motif even if you're spiritual. Just based off of you haven't got over the concept or got into the swing of this thing and what spirituality really is. See, spirituality is based off of your own God jurisdiction in yourself. The end. So there's something inside of you that you have to understand that moves only you. People like to talk about it as a shadow self and understanding your shadow and really becoming one with your shadow so you can just move into your adventures. But when everybody's looking the same, doing the same thing, and in this kumbaya kind of vibration based off of the moral justice system or the or the Justice League of America or whatever the fuck, right? Then you're not actually living out your true authentic power, which is you expressing yourself in your passions and stuff that you love to do. And that's very, very important to live. See, when I speak about the strippers and some of them that is about that life, they're in their what? They're in their living aspect, right? It could be devilish to a lot of people. It can seem like it's evil. But remember, evil is living and they're receiving another level of consciousness, another level of awakening just by doing the act of passion and dancing. Just by that, their eyes are opening. Their world is shifting. They're able to see beyond the veil. They get into higher levels of God, if you will. So when you see, and I'm gonna play a Bobby video for y'all to really understand this and drive this point home. When you see searching, let's say hood niggas, living out a specific adventure in this world, where it almost seems like, uh-oh, what happened? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Where it almost seems like, they're having fun and they're exploring the world and they're just doing them. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about being able to understand that this adventure, this emanation that we're in is just that. It's something for you to learn and express yourself. So when you're keeping yourself boxed in based off of man's law, then you're confining your godhood into a system, into a group. And as we know, groups are uh, uh, just based off of the rules of groups, they'll keep you in lockdown. So if a group has a particular rule, you got to do this, you got to do that, then that's going to keep you in lockdown. But what if them rules is actually hindering your spiritual growth and your illumination? See, we got to remember there is no good or bad, right or wrong. This is just about work, work, work. And understanding the work, you are in hell. And what is hell? Well, hell is really your lower three chakras: red, orange, yellow. See, all of this is symbols. Remember, this is fire. The fire, red, orange, and yellow is fire, the color of fire, right? So when we're talking about the physical realm, you are already in hell. And there's something burning inside of you that you have to move into that's going to create a world just for you, a passionate world, a world of adventure and fun. So you can't look at the physical realm and the spiritual realm as one is like a debauchery, which is earth, right? And one is like the heavenly state. You got to just understand that both principles of this thing is for growth and maturation, which I'm about to get into. You want to come down here and have a time. You want to come down here and try things. You want to feel things. This is why you came down to earth, to express yourself, to be able to experience. See, when you go to different countries and places around the world, that's better than you looking at it on a TV screen or reading about it. That adventure, you being that pirate like we were back in ancient times, you being a hunter, you going out and moving, right? You staying in motion is going to open your mind up to a million different light codes that you probably would have never received if you didn't try. So a lot of times what's happening is the powers that be has set in this fear state where they're keeping us in lockdown based off of the mind control. Because if they say, hey, hey, you don't want to go outside at night, shit, them boys jacking. Or they show you it on the news, boys getting robbed at the gas station. You're like, ah, hell nah, nigga. I won't be partaking. So then, you know, you close yourself off of that reality. Then it gets deeper. You know, they show a few examples of kids being abducted, and now you think that's a million people. What is 340 million people in America? Now you think that's every situation your child might get abducted. Now I'm not saying don't be responsible, you know, put your kids in the best position, but like we know we used to play outside and nothing happened to us. And niggas was outside heavy. Got home from school, put their backpack down, and went right outside and lived and had a sense of adventure. So now we want to understand to the core that them doomsday people that's keep on talking that shit, that's that David Icke, Alex Jones stuff that keeps you in lockdown in the mind. It's not letting you express yourself freely because you like, oh, well, what can I do? So then you sit at home on your couch watching your TV and not able to move based off of the mind control. Nigga, David Icke used to talk all that shit. I used to be like, yeah, I was a shell of myself too. I was a shell. So then, look, this what happened to me. David Icke and Alex Jones, I used to watch that shit. Guess what I used to do? I said, okay, well, fuck it. Guess I'm gonna go outside. Fucked up. Taking all type of shit to go outside, boy. Couldn't even go outside sober because I'm like, well, damn. This, you know, what if the government, or couldn't even go to like a job or whatever. If I had a job at that time, I didn't, but just couldn't even go outside. You feel me? Sober because the world is about to end. The government, the police, da 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 da. So now we want to understand to the core, right? That when we're experiencing hell, hell is not a bad thing. Hell is actually where you're at right now. And it's just a part of the physical work that you got to get into. The physical work that you got to get into. Your lower three chakras is the physical realm, the earthly realm. And you have to be able to discipline these energies in order to get to Heru, which is just the spiritual realm, right? So if Set is Satan, then understanding that Set is just an aspect or an energy that speaks to the physical realm and the physical work that you have to do in order to discipline the physical. Heru is an aspect of the spiritual realm where you have to discipline the spiritual so you can become more enlivened and enlightened. So in order to get to the spiritual gnosis of this thing, you have to do your lower three chakra work, right? Which is Set, or what they call Satan, to get to another level of God and maturation and to transform your world completely into not thinking with your lower nature all the time, but more seeing this thing from a higher God cosmic perspective, which is illumination and transformation. Let me play this Bobby video for y'all so y'all can really get deep into the fold.
Now, let me actually, if you would go back now and begin to look at the pantheons of Egyptian gods and spiritual figures, and I want to try to understand what those figures meant, represented, how they were interpreted, and worked in the day.
Okay, well, the take on it here is, if we came from a history that was pre-physical, then all that we ultimately are is different particles and elements of the universe. And in alchemy, it deals with the different stones, minerals, alloys, and everything that make up everything on the earth is also in the human body. The human body has everything that makes up everything on the earth. Every herb, every particle, everything that you know of, and life itself exists on the inside of us as particles or stones or gems or whatever you want to call it. Gases or whatever. Fluids. But not only are those things on the earth, but everything in the universe exists in us, as well as some things beyond the known universe. So ultimately, these netters were primordial symbols and primordial manifestation of spiritual phenomenon that make up these particles.
That's an important concept, family. Remember, these deities, these entities are just symbols. They're telling you a story about energy signatures inside of you. They're explaining a certain energy that's about you. There is no devil or no Jesus. You are all concepts. You are these mythology stories. You are all of these gods in the form of energy signatures. Now it's up to you to turn on the energy signature inside of you by doing particular works, alchemical works that will transform you inside out. And then you'll start to see the manifestation as the way you have more motion, the way you're moving in this thing. You feel me? So when you have more motion, essentially you have became something new, right? So for example, if you were quote unquote lazy and, a shell of yourself or whatever, when you was a teenager, and then all of a sudden you went through a process, a putrification process where you're, let's say your girlfriend, let's say you and your girlfriend broke up, right? And you took that to heart, but it changed you. It transformed something inside of you to get on your shit and become a monster. Then that's the alchemical process that we're talking about. You have literally changed based off of a situation or an experience you went through, whether it be heartbreak, that moves you into another level of God. So you can actually receive more light codes and information in the aspect of being in motion.
It's inside of us. And as a result, it's a vast system of sciences and advanced system of putting together cosmic energies. You see what I'm saying? And ultimately, these energies play a part in our human body, because that's all we are. So it's a multifaceted system. On the mundane or terrestrial plane, it lines up with nature. You see? On the extraterrestrial plane, it lines up with everything in the universe. And on the omniverse plane, on a metaphysical verse plane, that which is beyond the universe, the damn alpha, or the God particle, it lines up even beyond the known universe. And the black substance that we're talking about is that same black substance that is the building blocks that makes up everything that there is, even on the physical. And Osiris represents that god of the perfect black, but before him it was represented by the god Soot or Set. You see, Set or Soot is the oldest deity known to mankind. He also becomes the enemy of Osiris, but there's some aspects of that on that metaphysical level that they go hand in hand. In order for Osiris to make the true manifestation of what he is to be, he had to be killed. Because when you kill something, you break down the particles in the elements so you can turn it into something new. Things after they complete a cycle have to be destroyed so that they can create something new. That's why all Christ mythology around the world also deals with death. But it is in that process of death that you rise up from the ashes and make a new reality. So Set Typhon, in one aspect, is the ultimate principle of transformation by killing Osea, so his body can make another new reality, which ultimately will be the savior of us all.
Message. So now, what's happening right now? Shout out to Bobby, the great Bobby Hemmett. So now we're in this Soot, Satan shit energy right now, where Donald Trump is running amok in this thing. Like, he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to hey, I'm about to tear this whole system down. I heard he already signed something for the World Health Organization. He said, now we withdrawing from that. Obviously, y'all see what he did with TikTok. Brought that right back. Come on, get over here. You feel me? And I don't know how many executive orders he signed. Nigga said, see, it's something as basic as him saying, nigga, there's two genders in the world. And niggas trying to getting confused about that. It's like, damn, niggas' minds was really gone on that moralism shit. You can't judge a motherfucking thing. For him to come out and say, nigga, there's only two genders, male and female, and boys being a hizzy fit like, nah, nigga, I could choose whatever the fuck. That's crazy. Our mind was gone for the past 20 years. God damn. He had to reinstate two genders. Something as natural and normal as penis and vagina. Hey, I can't make it up. Niggas is confused like a motherfucker. Like, wait a minute. Scratching their head like two genders. I don't know if that's right. Niggas get an uproar for that. Nigga, yes, nigga, you came down as a male. Now, whatever you calling yourself after that, cool, do you. You feel me? If you want to dress up and all of that, cool. But nigga, you can't tell me I gotta call you a goddamn female now and shit. God damn. Or whatever, a trans, hey, let me get off of that, because they will shut this thing. Now, well, I don't know. Shit, it's a new day. I forgot. It's the golden age. Hey, it's up. Fuck it. I'm going to be on this bitch cussing and everything. You seen how quick that nigga Mark Zuckerberg reverted back? That nigga was bit. That nigga folded quick. Oh, shit. Ha. Boys is running, boy. Boys is getting off of that shit. And it's a beautiful thing. Trump, Elon Musk, They ain't trying to hear none of that shit. So now it's our responsibility and it's our duty to understand what chaos is. And chaos is just a potential energy that comes outside of you, right? So when we talk about Set, the chaos guy, we're talking about a potential that you have inside of you. So Set being the physical disciplines that you have to embark on to kill off a certain narrative about yourself, right? To become something new is the physical aspects that you have to do down here on earth. Heru is the spiritual element of you going beyond the mundane physical disciplines and doing something strange, i.e. lucid dreaming, i.e. astral traveling, i.e. understanding yourself from a whole soul level. So you got a human side, which is divine, and you got a spiritual side, which is divine. But you have to be able to put both of them into work. And you really can't skip steps, because at the same time, at the end of the day, if you don't love on yourself so much, which is the Set energy, which is the human Set physical work, then you can't get to the higher levels of the heart chakra where you transform into something beyond this physical place. I was telling the Patreon family the other day, I said, nigga, because I've been on this lucid dreaming escapade, you feel me? And I try everything, you feel me? So the first night I did that Blue Lotus tea, and I was doing that, right? Then, and I just went to sleep, took myself to sleep, meditated myself to sleep, and got into that heavy, right? Had a dream, and it was cool, right? With the Blue Lotus. The next night I think I did like chamomile tea. And yes, my dream supplements will be coming back. Chamomile and rosemary, something like that tea. I got it downstairs or whatever. Took that, cool. The next day or whatever, I did a fast. And I just did a fast, and I did iodine salt in my water because I'm experimenting which one gets me into the lucid dreaming faster, you feel me, or more clearer, you feel me. So I did the iodine salt with water and a little bit of lemon. I just drank that the whole day, and I got into the dream space real fast on that fast day. Crazy. But then the Blue Lotus tea that you can get off of SC, that shit worked too, you feel me. And then the chamomile tea, I don't know, I just went to sleep. I can't remember if I had a dream that day. So then I did, what else? So the next day I took, because I got a whole bunch of weed and shit, because I don't smoke, you feel me? I just got a whole bunch of weed, gummies, all kind of shit. So I finally took one of them gummies. It was like a gummy thing. It was sour sop something. Took one of them hoes, nigga, that shit had me spinning, boy. I was like, what the fuck? That shit was some kind of, and then I had got it from the smoke shop like 6 months ago or 8 months ago, something like that, but I never took it, right? And I just remember the dude saying, yeah, nah, one will be cool, but if you take two, you'll be out of there. So I just took one. You feel me? It's like 12 in a pack. And it was like Delta 9. It's called Delta 9, and it has CBD in it. Nigga, I took one of them hoes, nigga. I didn't even have to go to sleep. I was seeing visions and everything. I was closing my eyes, seeing all type of visions and stories playing out. I was tripping. I was seeing the land that we're in right now in Houston, Texas, that my house is on. I was seeing all type of Confederate fighting, war, nigga, all kind of white man. I'm like, oh shit, this shit was trippy. I was seeing all type of shit. I was like, damn, it's going down. I don't know how far I went back. And then I seen another vision of another white something, which was gothic and shit. That shit was crazy, boy. I ain't been that high since I was in college, shit. or maybe just a little bit after I got out of college. I ain't been that high. And I just took one of them hoes and I was like, oh shit, okay. So, sometimes you just want to experiment with different things, because at the same time, at the end of the day, we got to really get into our lucid dreamings. Heavy, 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 heavy. Whether it be fasting, whether it be taking weed. You feel me? You want to get into your lucid dreaming because, again, that's your spiritual side where you're going to go to anyway. And you want to make a concrete understanding of that particular realm. And if you don't have no concrete understanding of that particular realm, then essentially, you know what I'm saying, you need to get with it ASAP, because you will transition out of this physical realm and you don't want to be lost in the astral realms, no mind at all. But like I tell people, if you're conscious, you're going to make it, because now consciousness is a level of awareness, right? So when you transition, if you're aware of you transitioning and not afraid that you had transitioned, then essentially you will be in your right state of mind and you'll be able to manifest in the fourth dimension. And you'll be able to create your world in that fourth dimension. If you're not aware in the fourth dimension where you're about to go when you transition, then essentially you're going to get on a bus and come back in a baby brain, or you're going to walk through a church house and come back in a baby brain, or whatever your belief system is. You know what I'm saying? It could be you going into a job and then you come back into a baby brain, just based off of your awareness alone. But since y'all are conscious, some of y'all, you shouldn't have to worry about that. But I think you do want to be able to get heavy and privy in the lucid dreaming, astral traveling experiences, whether that be you meditating and you doing the rope-a-dope techniques, whatever it might be. Do that so you can actually be formidable in that arena, in the astral realm. So when you do transition, you're like, oh, okay, I went to the next level, so maybe I'll stay around here, or maybe I'll go on to the fifth dimension, or this light being energy, right, where I can get out of the circles of time, because the fourth dimension is still part of this illusion, right, and it's still part of the circles of time, but you can create a world faster. It's not physical, so you're in another aspect of this matrix, or this emanation of this earth thing, right? This time space continuum thing, but you can create your world as you see fit if you're conscious of it. So then there's people in the astral realm just living it up, doing them, you feel me? And eventually that shit gets bored, so they either come back in a baby brain to challenge themselves again, or they move on to another level of God. So it's up to you to understand that to the core, family. Up to you to understand that to the core. So Set is not a bad thing. Satan is not a bad thing, right? This is an aspect of you that you have to understand is the fertilizer, the putrification process, the physical part of you that you have to discipline and get up and do some things. And a lot of y'all be fighting this Set energy because you try to sit in the bed or lay in the bed and just lay there and not get with it. You feel me? There's a physical part of you that has to get to work, and you know it within your heart. But if you're not getting up and getting to work, then essentially you can't live out this particular reality in your passions. Because remember, your passion is what's going to illuminate you as well. When you move with your heart's desire or passions, not talking about making money, family, that's a side note. When you're moving with your heart's desire or your passions, then you're moving with God. because essentially you're not going to be confined to a reality that keeps you sedentary or keeps you a shell of yourself. See, look, there's something internal fighting you every day when you go and sit in that cubicle. That's God, that's set. Like, nigga, you need to rebel against this whole system and crash this bitch. And that's what time we're in right now with this 2025, this year of the snake. Look, this how you know set is in play right now. What they say in the Bible, Adam and Eve, what was Set? Or Satan? The snake, right? Made Eve eat that apple. The apple was just knowledge. Eat from the tree of life or tree of knowledge. Yeah, you want to eat from that tree of knowledge so you can get on your shit and turn up. See, your sin is just your skin, and you're in this skin regardless. So they tricked you into believing that this stuff is bad, but it's actually good. Right? The darkness is good. It's actually good to move with a rebellious, chaotic spirit. They're keeping you in a conformed state so you won't, uphold the system. Y'all seen the show Silo? Them boys started rebelling and shit. Hey, go watch Silo again. That last episode, hey, they ran amok on that bitch. That's what we're talking about. Now, it's not about overthrowing any government or whatever. It's about doing something that you want to do instead of being confined to the prison mind system that keeps you in lockdown. So it was important for TikTok to come back on because them Gen Zs and them kids, they ain't trying to hear none of that shit. You think they want to see? Y'all having a hard time with them kids not working and being on TikTok doing them dances and shit. What they doing on TikTok? What the hell they doing on TikTok, them boys? I'm like, all right, that ain't for me, but them boy, hey, you know that spirit? What the fuck is that? Them kids say, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm like, oh, these little kids crazy to the bitch. Oh, they doing all type of shit on that hoe. What's that dance? The Yeti. Them niggas, hey, fuck it. But guess what? That means they in motion and they moving. You feel me? say, dog, I wish me and my partners was doing that back in the day. That shit would have never flew with us, boy. What? Nigga would have hit that hoe. Ugh. Hell nah, nigga. We would have been in that bitch. I don't know how that shit is happening with these young guys, but they don't give a fuck. That's cool. I ain't mad at them. Fuck it. Do you? You feel me? Another thing about these young guys is they just not having it. They kind of, how you say, I don't want to talk down on them, but they kind of got this arrogance. You feel me? This kind of arrogance of like, nigga, the world is mine type of shit, which is good. You want to have that because that's the chaos. You feel me? But them kids they ain't trying to hear that 60 work till 65, go to college, get a degree. They looking at y'all struggling. They not trying to hear none of that shit. They looking like, nah, hell nah, this nigga come home. They looking at their parents and they come home every day depressed. I can see it. They looking at you. They playing the PS5. Notice you come in the door and shit. They're like, damn, what's wrong with you? Another hard day at work. Oh, okay. Bet. They just keeping that in their subconscious. But thank God. Thank God I got a job. Like, Nigga, fuck that. I'm God, nigga. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Another hard day at work. I'm about to. They ain't trying to hear that, boy. They running amok on this bitch. They not trying to hear none of it. They like, nah, you know what? If that's where God is at, then I need to be Satan in this bitch. Because at the same time, at the end of the day, I don't got time. So this is a very, very important concept to understand. You feel me? That this is just you rebelling or moving with God. Look, here it go right here. Set is an ancient Egyptian god associated with chaos, disorder, and destruction. Yet he also embodies strength, power, and protection. He is best known for his rivalry with his brother Osiris, whom he murdered in a bid for the throne, and for his role in the cosmic battle between order and chaos. Set is depicted as a fierce, unpredictable force of nature, often linked with storms, the deserts, and violence, but also seen as a necessary protector in certain mythologies. So understanding Set, right, is understanding your right as a person that moves with spirit. That little energy inside of you that doesn't want to go to work every day, but you keep on getting up based off of the conformity or based off of the survival mode energy. That's the energy of Set that's coming on to play. So now, how do you bring Set out? Well, you have to start doing stuff in order to put yourself in position to not be in survival mode, to not live paycheck to paycheck, right? You got to discipline yourself in that first physical emanation to bring forth the manifestation that you want to see, where you have motion and you're doing things based off of your heart's desires or your passions. So one of the aspects of that also is, what are you listening to? Because if you keep on getting fed certain narratives about the world, then you're going to keep on being a shell of yourself based off of you're going to be in the woe is me. And that woe is me energy doesn't serve you, because it's going to keep you stuck and stagnant. Oh, well, I can't do nothing about it, so let me keep on dragging my knuckles to this job. See, you got to start putting your mind into a winning aspect like Trump and Elon Musk is doing. You seen how Elon Musk danced in that damn thing? That nigga said, I'm taking over the world. This a white boy saying, nah, nigga, y'all tripping in this bitch. I actually did that. I did my big one. Nigga, that nigga Elon said, y'all are tripping. I'm here, baby. And y'all got me fucked up. Let me see if I can find that video. I know I saved it. Look at this. This nigga went, hold on. This nigga, you think Elon give a fuck about what y'all talking about, boy? That nigga dancing his ass off. He don't give a fuck.
Yes!
Then,
This is what victory feels like. Yeah!
Richest man in the world saying, you know what? I ain't have to act like none of y'all niggas. We've been playing this game too long now. Let's tear the whole system down and get back into order. Because at the same time, you're going to need chaos to bring forth a certain level of illumination and another process of God, another new being. You feel me? So you got to remember, Jesus and Satan, right? This is it right here. Satan, get behind me. You are both of these figures all in one. Jesus and Satan, Set and Heru is one, right? But they're tricking you into believing that Satan or Set, right? You see Set on Heru's head, right? Is a bad thing. Is not An adversary, it's aspects of you that you have to cultivate within yourself that's going to move you to another level of God. So y'all remember Luciferian witchcraft, Michael W. Ford, his book. Set is highly significant to the balance of chaos and order as he creates situations for both to occur. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, they creating a situation for this. See, just imagine if Kamala was still in, boy. Niggas will be fucked up out here, looking crazy, no chance at all. Talking the same old rhetoric. Same trash ass information. Same, like, oh, nobody ain't trying to hear that shit. Same powers that be ruling over you and shit. What's happening with Donald Trump and Elon Musk, just as a symbol alone, is they're speaking to you in 1,000 words, saying, nigga, chaos is in pursuit right now. Go for you just seen Trump pull off that Trump coin, boy. That nigga don't give a fuck. That nigga said, I'm about to put this Trump coin out and cash out. The nigga became the president, put out a Trump coin and said, watch this, I'm gonna let them boys fall for the bait. That nigga said, hey, all right, watch how I work. I'm about to get mine. I need my tax real quick. Y'all been taxing me for the past 4 years. Y'all was about to send me to jail and shit. Y'all was talking shit. Y'all was talking down. I couldn't get on no social media platforms, nothing. I'm going to get my tax back. I'm going to get my lick back. Nigga Trump came out with that Trump coin and pulled that shit pulled it quick. Get over here. Hey, it's a dog-eat-dog world. That boy about to, hey, I'm just telling you. Now niggas want, see, that's what I'm saying. Them white boys don't give a fuck about what you talking about, boy. They're about to live on. You think they care when they sign you to a record deal that's in the contract that's saying, nigga, you got to work for me, Drake, no matter what. And I'm not letting you out of this contract. I don't care how many albums you give me. They running a whole goddamn, so now it's up to you to be the spook that sat by the door, Drake, and understand, okay, let me play them, right? And get out of this contract by looking like I'm on their team. That's simple. If you really wanted to do it, just play the game. Oh, okay, yeah, I got one more album, man. I can't wait to resign, but let me do this first album, and then once it's done, shit, we can go back to the drawing table. How much y'all want to give me? 200 million? Oh yeah, I'm kind of in the decline. Okay, I'll take that. Just play the whole game with them. Nah, I can't sign nothing until we. Okay, all right, bet. And what? Boom, you put that last album out. Boom. Nigga, get the fuck out of my face, UMG. That's all you had to do. He's sweating over this Kendrick thing. I get it, but shit, nigga, now your stock going down. So, you got to be strategic in these specific times as well, right? Like Trump and Elon, they've been strategic, holding their hand, making specific plays. And then once the play happened, and using magic, obviously I told y'all back in the day when Trump pulled them Trump cards out 2 years ago, I knew he was going to win over and be the hero, if you will, with all them NFT Trump cards or whatever they were. Set and Horus indeed have a close connection as not only brothers, but also deficit opposites. It is suggested by E.A. Wallace Budge that Horus means something similar to he who is above, and Set, therefore, he who is below, thus holding a significant as above, so below, and Baphomet ideal, long regarded as a form of hidden knowledge. So when we're talking about, look, it says, considering Set's name had similar hieroglyphs connections to stone, it can be suggested further that this god was a personification of the lands of death, stony land, and the desert waste. Seth's direction was also often considered south as well, and his opposing side of the north. So when we're talking about actually getting to work and actually doing stuff for your physical, we're talking about disciplining yourself in certain actions that you can see this adventure come into play. You feel me? See, when boys say, nah, I ain't fucking with none of that physical shit, they don't really understand that you came down here to experience the physical. You didn't come down here to be goddamn a shell of yourself and say, I am that I am. You came down here to embark on an adventure that will move you into more light, more illumination, more consciousness, because the minute you go to China and have that year in China, your consciousness is going to be open. Your mind is going to open to new, different experiences, new understandings of things. Y'all see them kids? You remember them kids in high school? Their African dad used to take them back to Africa and shit. You got to stay here for a year. My nigga Manze, he missed his whole goddamn junior year and came back his senior year. Was a whole different person. Same nigga, but he was just like, damn, that shit was kind of, it opened his mind. Same thing when I just played that Nipsey Hussle. I think Nip did it too. His dad took him back to wherever he's from, where Nip from, wherever he's from in Africa. And he had to embark in that thing for a year. And at first he said he hated it, but then he just realized, oh shit. Awakened to so many different things. And then look at Nip. Boom. Nigga was on Bitcoin before Bitcoin was even a thing, boy. He had weed shops before it was even a thing. So then that lets you know that his consciousness level, right? Obviously he was conscious. He was speaking conscious stuff as well. But his awareness level of the world was in a whole different space and time. The way he was thinking, he was like, nigga, Bitcoin, hey, I just see this thing, da-da-da-da. He said, hey, I just know it's going to take off. That nigga probably would have been that nigga has some coins, boy, at that Bitcoin. So he probably would have been at that B. Straight up and down, he probably would have been a billionaire off of Bitcoin or crypto alone. Because he was talking about that shit back then. And he was just investing a whole bunch of money into it. That nigga would have been $500,000 up, 500 million up, or a billion, something. That nigga been somewhere. You feel me? That's a level of consciousness that we're talking about. And shit, who knows? It could have been based off of his experiences with, in the streets, or his experience in, what's it called? What's the place called? Wherever he's from, Etherian, yeah, and all of that good stuff. Hey, y'all like this thing up? What's up, family? I see y'all in here. Okay, we in this thing. So understand that motion, that adventure is important to your existence right now, family. Very, very important to understand to the core. Because remember, Set in Horus is one, and you have to be able to turn on or activate that Set energy, that Satan energy, that fire, that passion, in order to get more light and in order to get your pineal gland pumping. See, a big thing with the pineal gland is thinking outside of the conformity, which is thinking outside of the box. So your pineal gland will do wonders for you if your mind is able to think stranger things. So if you're not confined to a same ritualistic reality that's keeping you in a robotic state, then essentially your mind will do wonders for you based off of you opening up your expression of God into different ways. Set is a powerful and complex deity who represents the dynamic forces of chaos, violence, and disorder, but also plays an essential role in the Egyptian pantheon as a protector, god of strength, and the ruler of the desert. Set is not just a force of destruction, he is a necessary agent of renewal, illustrating the cyclical nature of life and death, where breaking down the old makes way for new growth and transformation. So this is on a physical level and then also on a spiritual level. So in order for you to become Osar, you're going to have to use some set energy to become something new and illuminate yourself to another level of God. See, look, watch this Bobby video real quick. Check this one out.
What we live in is called a matrix. It's a series of emanations and electromagnetic pulses that does not exist. It's an illusion. We used to be the gods of the universe before our children took over. Our children, when they took over and they trapped us into the physical realm finally, they put the brain on us, and the brain gives you the illusion that this is all real. It's only the wiring of the brain that's telling you this.
Message.
It does not exist. In the context of that, although the script is that we created the white boy, in the context of whatever we did down here, the white boy, by him not having a soul, which means he is not real, he's only a part of this particular realm, of this particular matrix. And the white boy, in actuality, this is the key, he does not exist.
You sure was kicking a lot of ass.
He sure like kicking a lot of ass. When we went to, when my girl,
tell nobody that he enslaved, that he didn't exist.
Let me show you something about slavery. See, even when you go even deeper into it, and this is one thing you must understand, when you go deeper into it, slavery was a part of the process. It said, out of Egypt I will call my son. In alchemy, which is the highest form of the Egyptian mystery, is called the royal art. And the royal art was alchemy, the learning of the soul and melanin. Intersection of alchemy, the ultimate goal of alchemy is to take something original and make something new out of it. It's called illumination through putrification, where you take something from one stage, take it to its lowest the common denominator, which is a form of defecation, or whatever they call it, a putrefaction, a rot, and you make something new into it, a new specimen. In actuality, the slave took an African and made a new entity out of it, whereas whether you like it or not, you believe this or not, I'll tell you the truth. In the 20th century, from 1865, you say what the fuck you want, and them damn Africans can say what the fuck you want. We were the pinnacle that all the other African nations followed.
You mean African American?
The Africans in America. We are the most unique brand of Negro there is. And no matter how much they claim that we are savages and inferior that the white man put in their head, they follow us. And they follow us, and we are unique because we have gone through a process that makes us like nobody else. You see what I'm saying?
That's important to understand, family, because, you know, when you hear the slavery rhetoric or the projects and the ghettos and all of that kind of stuff, we have literally went through an alchemical process of this concrete jungle and out of the concrete grows a rose, a different entity being. So now the crack epidemic, all of that stuff, right? We've turned into something different. No matter if you was born here in America and you went through some kind of struggle, that's why you see some of them trust fund babies and some of these rich kids, they want to go through their ritual, or they want to go through their initiation process of the struggle. It's a subconscious thing inside of them that say, I need to get my struggle in so I can transform. So even Bronny James playing basketball and shit, that's his initiation process, because they need to feel something to be able to feel alive, if you will. You feel me? If you was always just handed everything, then, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about melanated people, then essentially you feel that there's something that you lost inside, right? Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing for us to strive and have funds and put our kids in great situations, but they internally have to go through something within themselves to become the person that they were destined to be. So you see it all the time. So then they actually rebel, or you see the ones that be in the suburbs and shit actually turn to the hood because they want to go through that process. So then they end up being in the jail, and the hood niggas just end up transforming and being CEOs. Chaos in the blood, reverse card on that bitch. Reverse. So, and that's true, family, because look, at the same time, at the end of the day, I had to go through my particular process of the streets, the drug addict adventures, all of that stuff to understand who I divinely am. So that was a good thing for me that I went through in order to really climb my way out of the Hakuna Matata, ain't no worry stage, right? Fuck it, take all the drugs, take all the alcohol, big smoke, drink, right? Trying to leave drink alone. Leave drink alone. I'm trying to leave drink alone. Trying to leave drink alone. Big Mo, baby. That whole H-Town, we was fucked up. And the shit, in every city, every hood in America, you talk about MLK Street, shit. Every MLK in America, right? Niggas is going through a process. So now it's up to that person to look within themselves and understand that this process is actually a good thing for them to get to another level of illumination and maturation that takes you up out of this bitch. But, majority of the people get stuck in that particular level, or they end up going to jail based off of one strike, or they end up killing themselves off based off of doing way too much. Some of us are divinely protected because I know for a fact I should have been in a jail cell or gone, transitioned. So that divine protection that was over me during my goddamn 20s was absolutely necessary for me to be on in this thing right now speaking to y'all. Because I was gone. Say, I don't know, niggas. Crazy though. Sometimes I be like, how the fuck did I make it? I was like, yeah, that's some spiritual shit.
We're unlike anybody else. We're even unlike the Caribbeans. They still have a connection to Africa. You see it even in the talk and even in everything about them. Still have African overtones to it. Because they was in a tropical land. We are the only people that have been made new. And whether you like it or not, we have produced the most innovative inventions, genius, and intellectual ability that's unmatched. You figure they talk about a Diop, well hell, got a damn Diop on every fucking corner.
X.
Now I'm not taking nothing from the African, and I'm not taking nothing from the people of the diaspora. But what I'm trying to say is, we have been at the forefront of running this stuff. That's just history.
And honestly, you can see, you can see it. Just like really look and with your keen eye and see, like everything starts with culture, right? Like Kendrick Lamar saying they not like us. That shit is a true statement because the whole world is moving based off of the guys, the melanated beings in America. There's something attracting them to this specific land. So then when you see them England niggas doing all these American voiceovers, Idris Elba, Damson Idris, I just found out I think the Aaron dude is from England too. The dude that played Mufasa. So now you see all of that, you're like, oh shit, something happening to where, they're attracted to like the clothes and shit, right? And I'm just telling you, everything starts with the basis of melanated people in the West culture. You feel me? And then everybody picks up on it on the unconscious collective cloud, or even just by seeing with these two eyes and being attracted to it. Because them kids in the UK didn't really go through a struggle until they turned on the struggle to embody what's happening in the West. I'm saying there wasn't no bad stuff going on, but let's be real. The whole place don't have no guns. Like, you can't carry no guns, and it's like a different level of restriction down there. And their schools is kind of different than ours, right? They're getting like some good teaching and stuff like that. Then a lot of them kids haven't really went through a specific process of struggle, if you will. So now you see it. You see the LeBron James of the world, Kevin Durant of the world, Anthony Edwards, all our football stars, all the basketball stars, all our actors, right? All our creators, everybody on goddamn Instagram and YouTube and Drewskis of the world. You feel me? That nigga Drewski funny as hell, boy. That's a different. See, what the fuck is him? Who is that? You feel me? Like, goddamn. So, you know what I'm saying? This is a whole different level of genius that's happening, right? All the comedians and stuff that we had. You just seen Dave Chappelle on that skit. For hilarious, boy. Pop the balloon. Hilarious. Even the Glorrillas of the world, right? Making that fire ass music. So then you have to look and say, okay, well, we're just a minority percentage of America, but the whole world is moving on our rhythm and flow. So then that means there's something different about us in the West that we need to understand within ourselves in order to turn on that creative sphere and keep on keeping on in this thing. The Kai Cenats of the world, all them streamers, the Speeds of the world. That nigga Speed is a goddamn rock star. Them nigga go overseas and shit. Them boys be, I'm like, damn. These little kids, I'm talking about 21. Come on, dog. Y'all tripping with 21. I seen that. I looked at that dude, Black Boy Max age. That nigga was 21. Because I was watching one of his videos. He said something slick about the kid, the dude. He said, damn, he was born in 1990? Ha. Your ass almost, you trash. I said, oh shit, these niggas coming for the 90s babies. You got to be 2000s, 2000. But they don't even know 40 is the new 20, baby. Us 40 and up, we about to turn up on they bitch ass. We just need it. All you need is a nigga like me and all these other niggas to say, all right, bet. That's what's happening. Yeah, I'm on TikTok, nigga. I'm on that bitch scoring like a motherfucker on that hoe. At least 10,000 a month off of TikTok alone. So I picked up some kind of energy from these young niggas. I ain't on that bitch dancing and shit. I ain't on that bitch dancing. That niggas be doing some crazy. Them boys be swagged out like crazy. What the say? Like, what the fuck is this? This shit. I was all right, bet. Whatever. Y'all keep doing y'all. You feel me? They come up with a new dance every week. And niggas get mad at them for winning. Nigga, you better get with the program and figure out how to get in the mix. That shit ain't slowing down. This shit is about to speed up. Shit, they just said they made a deal with TikTok where now this shit is about to just turn up. So now you got to figure out where you can position yourself in this new economy. But the beautiful thing about the kids is they're just having fun. Fun. So the more we understand that the fun, the laughter is actually God, the more we can get into our divine right as a chaos being to explore this world and stay in motion. Some of y'all got to just deal with your traumas. Some of y'all have to deal with your shadow self and that aspect of you that's trying to be moral, like the human moral person. Some of y'all are going to have to turn into something completely new and strange, because at the end of the day, you just sitting around waiting for something to happen is not putting in that chaos set energy. And if you ain't seen a bigger symbol than goddamn Trump and Elon Musk, I don't know what to tell you, boy. If you still in that Piscean age of thinking, hoping for, waiting for somebody to come and save you, Jesus, Sky Daddy to come save you, then you fucking up. This is the information age. This is the Aquarius age, information age. And the information is based off of you doing work and saying, oh, okay, now I know what meditation is. Oh, yeah, I got it. Now I know what sun gazing is. Not you waiting for a savior. Some got a goddamn doomsday spiritual teacher to tell you what's happening. It's about you to tell yourself what's happening, boy. See, when you put in that work, something inside of you changes. You start to shift in another level of consciousness where you start to really understand yourself more and more. So whether it be on a small level of working out, you feel me, just getting up and working out every day, whether it be you doing particular rituals to transform your world to keep yourself in motion, whether you just going out and going to a painting with a twist class in a twist class, or whether it be you just traveling by yourself and just seeing what happens. Fuck it, let me just drive to Dallas and see what's up. You feel me? So it's up to you to get out of your own way and start embarking in adventures instead of just staying robotic, the same. over and over and over again.
Because there's something in us in a transformation that we have gone through. No matter how damn degenerated we might look today walking around the ghettos or whatever. There's something in us that's unique. That puts us closer to the ancient Egyptians than the damn Africans. That's why we connected back with it. And this was prophesized.
Hook that up with that melon study where they find a new...
Exactly. It's good. Good you said that. Good question. This point that I'm talking about here is illumination through putrefaction. Anybody knows if you go blind, your ears, your hearing becomes better. You go deaf, your sight becomes better. We were therefore brain dead in the United States, which means that we were not functioning on our maximum brain level. But when that happens, the genius kicks in. You see, you're going to find out that we have two heads. Mm-hmm. One is the brain, which is a holographic brain. This only represents the five senses of appearances and awareness. But there is appearances. The other brain is the pineal brain. And the third eye. As long as the physical brain, the one we have that we rely on every day, was functioning on a high level, the pineal brain at this particular time had gotten to a point that it was dormant. Only some people get a twinge of use from it.
That's right.
Now, as a result, because other aspects of us are shutting down and deteriorating because we're not at the best thing that we were even after slavery. The other brain, just like the sight that would come on when the ears go, is now coming into focus.
So that's important, family. So just like I said, the pineal gland, your spiritual antenna will come online and start giving you messages and clues on how to move next. So then that eye of Horus is important in the aspect of motion, because spirit might tell you to move. And spirit might say, hey, look, I need you can just see the pictures clear as day. You feel me? Spirit might say, hey, I need you to walk for an hour every day for a month. You seeing yourself walk just to have some clarity or whatever. It might be as simple as that. And you're like, well, shit, I don't really see no benefits from it. I don't know what it's gonna do. Maybe I might lose a little bit of weight, but what is that gonna do? Spirit might be telling you something as simple as, I just need you to walk for an hour a day. And you will ignore that shit based off of you don't see the reaction to why you're gonna walk. You can't see it because it's something that's strange. It's something that's beyond your level of brain thinking. So you have to move with the intuitive psycho-somatic processes in your mind that comes to you that's just saying, hey, I just need you to do this. Because you want the reaction, some kind of reaction to happen. You're not seeing that it's actually a bigger play in hand that I can't tell you yet. That's what your higher self is saying. Hey, I can't just show you yet. You're just going to have to do it. So now you start walking for 30 days at the park. Boom, and 12 days go by, nothing happened. You're just walking for an hour, nothing happening. Then 16, then this day 16. Nothing happening. And then, oh, wait, all of a sudden you run into a girl, a goddess. and y'all hit it off based off of y'all seeing each other all the time, but you're not really, you're not thinking about it. You're like, oh man, she kind of cute, whatever. But day 16 happens, and now all of a sudden y'all hit it off somehow. Somehow y'all just start talking and y'all start vibing. Now that girl and you go on adventures that absolutely shifts you into a new world. So then you not gonna even put two and two together that spirit gave you to play to start walking. You just gonna think like, man, I just met this girl and shit, fuck it, that is what it is. But you forgot that spirit gave you to play to start walking. So some of the strange things that you might be fighting to do, right, that's coming to you is the things that you want to go for and jump into. Spirit might say, nigga, I just need, look, Spirit told me, this was what, 6 years ago now? Spirit told me, nigga, I need you to get on YouTube. I said, what, nigga? Hell nah, I don't talk to people. The fuck do I look like? YouTube. Hell nah, I'm cool. Spirit, no, this was about 7 years ago now. Spirit showing me all these damn Disney movies and shit. I had my son at the time. He was just born and shit, and we showing him Disney movies and all of that. Fuck it. I said, all right, well, I'll just decode these and just see if people can just interpret it. You feel me? Who the fuck is what? Kind of grown ass man watching Disney movies, boy, decoding the hell out of them hoes. Me. So then I put them hoes on YouTube and it takes off and it goes. And then I create another world in reality where I meet so many different people that builds into something grand. So now I have all these spiritual friends, which it was just me and D-Ray at first talking about this shit. And Panic and Khadija, we can confide in it sometimes before we got on YouTube. And then it just takes off as we're on this YouTube thing where we start building more and more relationships. So then you got to ask yourself, right? What are you running away from? And what is that little voice in your head speaking to you that's cut on, because it is cut on. You're in the West and you went through the struggle. That's cut off that you're running from based off. Spirit can say, nigga, I just need you to put the weed down for a month. I just need you to do a 3-day fast. I got you. And you might perceive that 3-day fast might not do, after the 3-day fast, you're like, well, shit, nothing happened. But something did happen because it put you in another direction, emotion that you didn't see or was able to take based off of your insides was clogged up. So that 3-day fast then tripwired you into a different level of emotion, different level of thought, a different level of adventure after it. And you really didn't even peep it happening, but you just get into a character. So, hey, family, I'm telling y'all, it's a big, big deal to listen to that internal God inside of you so you can start moving in this particular reality. Because right now, 2025 and beyond, this is the year of passion work, passion movement, passion, passion, passion. That's it. If you're not moving with your passions, then you're just staying in an old, outdated system that's keeping you confined to an illusion. Remember, this is an illusion, so what the fuck? Go for yours, nigga. You don't have time to be waiting for your Bitcoin to hit or your Trump coin to hit. You have to do you right now and start making plays based off of, see, you can see all the young kids, they already got that Christ consciousness shit in them. So they're just moving, they're in motion. They'll sit on that stream for 8 hours and just be in motion with that. Based off of, they don't give no fuck about judgment or any kind of ridicule or whatever. They like, fuck it, I was born on this thing, so I'll sit on this stream and just talk all day.
So because of the activity of the brain is shutting down at a rapid pace with black people in a racial senility, the other brain is going to override it. And that particular brain is the Godhead. So in order for the Godhead to come in, you have to tear down the old to make ready for the new.
Got to tear down the old to make ready for the new.
Science goes. If you have a light, the light of creation, that light is going to the maximum of what it can be. In order for you to get a new light, you have to have a degeneration of that creation. Once that creation act is created, in order for you to get a new paradigm or a new aspect of that, you have to degenerate or deteriorate to come back even greater than the light that you had before. You see what I'm saying? To come back to even greater than the light you come before. So, the light that we have now, what they call the New Jerusalem, never to fall again, or the new what you call it. To get to that new plateau, you had to go to the deepest, darkest decay. And from that decay, the new light comes on. So the other brain is up under here, which has been helping us out through the years, but it's now ready to come online fully. And anything that you know, if you wanted to build a brand new building, then you already got a building in that spot. You got to get the big old ball and chain, or you got to get some stuff they call implosion, where they blow it up by using the force of the building, centrifugal force. Well, that's what's happening with us. We're being imploded from the inside out.
You must get rid of all them clothes, boy. Y'all holding on to clothes to make your closet look heavy. But honestly, Spirit been like, nigga, you're going to have to get rid of these clothes to get something new. The minute you get rid of them clothes in your closet, the minute Spirit start giving you funds and energy, funds is fiat dollar to get more clothes. That's going to fit your new being. That's going to fit your new walk of life. But until you get into that set chaos energy and say, you know what, fuck it, let me get all of this shit and chunk it, then you can't get nothing new. Your closet is already full. Your spirit is like, all right, I guess we just going to stay in this same character of clothes. So I guess we'll just keep this same clothing. D-Ray and I, we wanted a new couch. We wanted a new couch. It's probably been a year since we had this new couch now. Maybe 8 to 10 months, something like that. Nigga, before we got the new couch, we got rid of the old one. And then let me tell you how crazy this shit is. Then why a deal happens with a couch that puts us in position to get the couch at half the price. I said, oh, you can't make that shit up, boy. Sometimes you just got to take the stuff out of your sight, out of your vicinity, so then spirit can bring forth new things to you, and you're in that position of growth and maturation. So then that's when anything, it can be the smallest things that you're holding on to. And the biggest one I tell y'all is them friends. Some of them friends that you believe is your friends could actually be your enemy in clothing, in friends' clothing. And you might have to get rid of them to become something new, but you love them more than you love yourself. Or you love the relationship of them that you believe you have with them more than you love yourself, boy. You sitting here got this one life, this opportunity in this specific incarnation, and you're going to let your incarnation go to waste based off of you can't get rid of that one friend. Because y'all grew up. Because y'all was proximity neighbors, proximity friends. So he stayed next door to you. Ha! Nigga, that was a test, boy. Spirit was testing you. Spirit was testing you at a young age, seeing if you can get out of this one. Out with the old, in with the new. Nigga, I used to go to them hood clubs so much, nigga, my whole mind was tripping. Nah, I ain't never leaving these hood clubs ever. Fuck it, I'm in this bitch. It go down. The minute I got rid of my friends, my hood partners and shit, or the minute I was trying to separate from them, right, we was in that in-between stage. Nigga, I started hanging out with my more sophisticated friends, started going to where? The upscale clubs, where there was no shooting, and me having to duck behind cars and shit, where I'm in a vibration of more prosperity, more wealth, instead of me being in a vibration of drink, cigarettes, big weed, big smoke, STD field. Hey, I don't know, nigga, that shit. Hey, some of them hood clubs, you be in that bitch like, hold on, nah, I don't know about you, goddess, you right, you looking kind of, you know what I'm saying? You like, nah, I'm good. You don't know what the heck. See, them hood chicks be traps, boy. You gotta grow past that level. That should be a trap. They doing all type, boy, what? That shit tries to keep you stuck. You stuck on these hood hoes and shit. Meanwhile, they got some goddesses that's about building something with you, growing and loving on you, instead of being in their animal running the streets and shit. But you just love that vibration of the hood chicks. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, you know I ain't lying. That shit is a trap, boy. You had Carols and shit every Wednesday. No, Carols every Friday, the Roxy on Wednesday. Goddamn. Let me stop. You have Metrop on Saturday. You go to every hood spot, tripping with yourself, looking a shell of yourself, don't even know what's going on. You just in that bitch. That's some automaton ass shit. Seeing what you can see and shit. That's crazy, boy. Hey, shout out to what's the guy's name? He just opened up a strip club in the H. We'll see how that shit goes. Splash Houston. What's his name? Sauce Walker. Shout out to the guy. Hey, you know, it's some ratchet shit, whatever, but shit, that's good that niggas is doing something, you feel me? Because at the same time, at the end of the day, yes, be in motion. And that's what Sauce is about. He be in motion, you feel me? So that's good. Like, all right, fuck it. Let me make this strip club. Right. So even at his level of awareness of consciousness, he understands, okay, well, I'm in this particular culture, and this culture feeds off of entertainment, especially adult entertainment. So why not make a strip club? Hell, I already got OnlyFans on lock, so I might as well transform that to a strip club in the H. So shout out to Sauce. He doing some things, and that's what we talk about. That motion is very, very important.
You see what I'm saying? So now, to understand this on a scientific terminology,
Correct.
we have more than one double helix structure of DNA. We have several structures, but they have been dormant because we've been in the physical body so long. Now, because we arise, and what is happening is a sister from Detroit that is good friends with Richard King, and she was telling me that she works in the hospital, and the white boys are studying the black DNA, and every day they find new amino acids popping up on it. And those amino acids are nothing but those new DNA strands coming online.
Hello.
Meanwhile, out in space, which is a reflection from some shit that's going on the inside of us, at the Orion Nebula, they're finding all these clusters of stars being born. And planets. But what they're not telling you is that stuff up there is called a holographic universe or a petty universe. It's only a reflection of what's going on the inside of us. So just as those clusters of stars is being born in the several nebulas in the Orion Nebula, there's energies being born in us and coming online.
Energies being born in you and coming online. Energies being born in you and coming online. And you keep on suppressing it based off of the matrix. So you want to understand, okay, I'm feeling a little bit different. I'm thinking different, right? Because thoughts is the first manifestation of this thing. And now I need to get in motion, whether it be fearful or not, because the first stage of the set energy as well is to break through that fear, right? Because it's just really your body releasing these chemicals that you're used to, saying, no, don't go out and outside right now. It's too dark. It's really just your body releasing these. No, you don't want to travel. No, it's going to be too expensive. It might be, anything could happen. It's just your body or your ego protecting you, your physiological language protecting you, right, from an adventure that can turn into gold. So it's just trying to keep you safe, secure, and in the world without you dying off. But you honestly gonna have to break fast that particular energy that keeps you safe, secure. And you're gonna have to run this thing because, yeah, there might be times where you do take a loss, right? But that doesn't mean you slow down. That means you just keep going. So the white boys understand that, okay, the more times I try this stuff, the more I'll win eventually. So even with Trump, when you look at Trump, he had all kind of businesses, let's say hundreds of businesses, and a lot of them things didn't work, right? But the ones that did work, oh, happy day. And it didn't stop him. He became the president 2 times. So that level of adventure and trying stuff is something that you got to get into, which is an aspect of, okay, I'm just here to experience. If it doesn't work, cool. If it works, cool, right? And it's not trying it like one time and then stopping. You gotta give it a little time before you quit and exit out. You feel me? So let's say you try YouTube and you do two videos. Nah, that ain't gonna work, baby. Hey, nigga, okay, okay, nobody showed up in them first two videos. Keep going until that bitch turn. You're like, nah, fuck it. I ain't even trying to, it's just, you see, you are feeling embarrassed. Nobody's not watching you, nigga. So because you feel like nobody's watching the videos, that's just on you feeling this particular energy of, man, nobody's watching anyway. But then somebody's gonna come along and watch it. And then watch what happens. Shit, you probably got 100 people watching you. Like 100 people watch your video, right? And one of them persons was 50 Cent. He said, damn, I really like this nigga swag. Man, he kind of different. You know what? I'm going to put him in my new show. Now, because you just made random videos on YouTube, you done got an opportunity to be in 50 Cent's new show. So, hey, family, I'm telling y'all, it's time, baby. Hey, this time, that inauguration spoke volumes to the family. And we got to understand that to the core, that it's here, right? Set is a symbol of rebellion against the status quo, challenging the established divine order and embracing chaos as a necessary force for transformation. His defiance of the cosmic hierarchy reflects the power of breaking free from the limitations of the matrix, forging a path of individuality and strength through disruption. You're going to have to disrupt something inside of you, disrupt your robotic routine order, and start moving chaotically. This is the realm of chaos beings. Nobody ain't trying to hear that doomsday shit. Niggas is trying to move and partake in this adventure. You are going to die. So stop trying to protect yourself from living. It's going to happen, family. See, the young kids, they should be an example of what's going on anyway. Some of these young rappers and shit, Pop Smoke, all of them young rappers that transition so early, that should be an example, right? And it's just an example, just from a spiritual lens. You should be like, oh shit, wow, they did their big one. They living fast. You feel me? Now, they might be overzealously living, but still, at the end of the day, they at least moving and living. So now, all of a sudden, they transition early, but they're transitioning early as a symbol for you to recognize that, nigga, you're going to die anyway. So are you going to try to protect yourself and hold on to this person that you believe you are because you're trying to make it to 85? Or are you going to live the life that you wanted to live and do you and shit and see what happens? You know, hey nigga, that shit ain't cool. You 75, can't walk. You just there for your grandkids and shit. But you can't even see now. Your cataracts done came on stronger. Now all of a sudden your sight is blurry and shit. And you can't even see your kids, and you just getting up every day, living for them, hearing their voice. You can't even, boy, can't get it up. Can't get it up. No matter how much sea moss you take, boy, or black maca. Can't get it up. You in this butt 75, old, just hurting. At least because you played it safe the whole time. Hell nah, boy. You better get out here and live, boy. This time is up. It's up for any of that conformed matrix thing. Look, They here, baby. This nigga didn't even touch the Bible. They said only 2 other presidents didn't touch the Bible. And that was because they were sworn in based off of the assassinations of the presidents that they were taken into. So Trump not even touching the Bible is telling you something. He's like, nigga, I ain't about to. That nigga said, nah, I'm on chaos time, baby. And nigga didn't put his hand on that damn Bible. That's a sign, nigga. That's the biggest symbol in the world for you. Fuck your laws, nigga. I'm about to do me. This nigga 77, he like, I'm about to go out with a bang. I promise you that. Think that nigga about to touch the Bible? That nigga about to go for his. So now that should be a symbol. Remember both of Elon Musk, Trump, that should be a symbol for you to go for yours. Elon Musk don't give a fuck about that Tesla truck, boy. He put that shit out there just to see if he could sell them hoes, and it worked. He said, fuck it, watch this. I'm about to make these goddamn can openers and see if niggas will buy them hoes. And sure enough, niggas buying them hoes for sure. Trying to trick them can openers out and everything, boy. That's it. Okay, you tried it. Cool. It's up. So it's a beautiful time, family. I want to encourage the family that it's time for us to move into a space of God, to move into a space of loving on yourself and doing your thing 1,000. These kids ready to play in the snow, Father Dream Wise. We don't. Hey, look, it's snowing in Houston. It's snowing in Houston, and I'm talking about, boy, I woke up this rising, I seen that snow. I said, oh, yes, sir. All about to see me be a big kid. I'm going to record it, too, for y'all. Might go live again. After I get off of here, might go live in the snow, being a big-ass kid. You feel me? Making snow angels and shit. Making snowmen and shit. Playing snowball fight. Hitting my kids hard. Wow. Nigga, go make your bed. Wow. Taxing their ass, boy. And the baby, too. Shit, he 13 months now, 14 months. He can get it, too, boy. What? Where? Yeah, that's right, Kai. Get your ass all that time. I've been waiting to get your ass. And now it's my time to work. Yes, sir, family. Let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here, dog. And look, hey, I love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Y'all light this thing up. Yeah, be on the lookout. I might play in the slow. You feel me? Cause shit, this fire that I'm burning with, it needs to melt. Y'all know what time it is, family. Peace to the gods.